Hi students. So today we are going to see some more divisibility rules. Okay. So நம்ம already divisibility rules தான் என்னென்னு பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா? So இதுல இன்னும் additional என்னென்ன divisibility rules இருக்கு அப்படின்றத நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். The first rule is number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. Example, if you just consider a number 40. This 40, this is divisible by 20, isn't it? 40 வந்து 20 tablesல போகும் இல்லையா? Then if a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. Then what are the factors for 20? 20 உடைய factors என்னென்ன? 1, 2, 4 and 5, isn't it? Then this 40 is divided by 1, it is divided by 2, it is divided by 4, it is divided by 5. Okay, is it clear? Is the concept is clear? If a number is divided by another number, then it must be divided by the factors of that number. So ஒரு number இன்னொரு நம்பரால டிவைட் ஆகும்போது இதோடைய ஃபேக்டர்ஸும் என்ன பண்ணும்னா இதை டிவைட் பண்ணும் அப்படின்றதான் கான்செப்ட். ஓகே, ஸோ 40 வந்து 20 டிவைட் பண்ணுது, 40 வந்து 20 டிவைட் ஆகுது அப்படிங்கும்போது ஓகே 40 வந்து 20 டேபிள்ஸ்ல போகும் இல்லையா? 22s are 40. ஸோ 20 டிவைட் பண்ணுது அப்படிங்கும்போது 20 உடைய ஃபேக்டர்ஸ்ல என்னென்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1, 2, 4, 5. ஸோ அப்போ இந்த 1, 2, 4, 5 இது எல்லாமே வந்து இந்த 4 டிவைட் பண்ணுது. இந்த 1, 2, 4, 5ங்கிறது என்னது? 20 உடைய ஃபேக்டர்ஸ். ஓகேவா? And 20 is also the factor, as we already said 20 is dividing. So 20 divide பண்ணுது, அப்போ remaining இந்த factorsம் இதை divide பண்ணுது. Okay, next second one, if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by the product also. So what do you mean by co-prime? Co-prime means the common factor must be 1. The common factor must be 1. அதுதான் co-prime. Co-prime na என்ன? ரெண்டு numbers நம்ம எப்போ co-prime சொல்லுவோம், அதோடைய common factor 1 இருக்கணும். அதுதான் இதோடைய condition. For example, if you just consider the number 4 and 5. This 4 and 5 are co-prime, isn't it? So what is the factor of 4? Factor of 4 is 1, 2, 4. What is the factor of 5? 1, 5. What is the common factor here? 1 is the common factor. So we say that 4 and 5 are co-prime numbers. Okay. So for example, if we just consider a number 40. So this 40 is divisible by 4. And this 40 is divisible by 5, where 4 and 5 are co-prime numbers. Then this 40 is also divisible by the product of the two numbers. 4 5s are 20. The 40 is divisible by the product of two numbers when it is co-prime. Okay, when the two numbers are co-prime, then it is divisible by the product of two numbers. கான்செப்ட் புரியுதா? இப்போ 14 ஒரு நம்பர் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. அந்த 14ன்ற நம்பர் வந்து 4 டேபிள்ஸ்லையும் போகும், 5 டேபிள்ஸ்லையும் போகும் அப்படின்னு வரும்போது 4 5s are 20 இதோடைய ப்ராடக்ட்டும் மல்டிப்ளை ஆகும்னு சொல்றாங்க. பட் ஒரே ஒரு கண்டிஷன் தான், என்னன்னா இந்த நம்பர்ஸ் வந்து கோப்ரைமா இருக்கணும். கோப்ரைமா இல்லாத நம்பர்ஸ் கண்டிப்பா ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து டிவிசிபிள் ஆகாது. ஓகே, ஸோ அதோடைய ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து எப்போ டிவிசிபிள் ஆகும்? இந்த நம்பர்ஸ் வந்து கோப்ரைமா இருக்கணும். ஸோ வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ரூல். A number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by the product also. Okay, the next one, if two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. For example, if you just consider 10 and 25. This 10 and 25 is divisible by 5, isn't it? So 10 is divisible by 5, 25 is also divisible by 5. Then what is 10 plus 5? 10 plus 25. 10 plus 25 is equal to, what is 10 plus 25? 10 plus 25 is equal to 35. So 35 must also be divided by 5. If the two numbers are divided by or divisible by a number, then their sum must also be equal to, then their sum must also be divisible by that number. இப்போ 10 ஒரு நம்பர் சூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க, 25 ஒரு நம்பர் சூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. இந்த ரெண்டு நம்பரும் 5 டேபிள்ஸ்ல போகுது. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இதோடைய டோட்டல் சம் வந்து பார்க்கும்போது அந்த 5ஆல டிவைட் ஆகும். ஓகே, அதே தான் subtract, fourth property. This is for sum, this is for subtraction. If you just consider the same number 25 25 and 10. So if you just consider the number 25 and 10. So 25 is divided by 5 and 10 is also divided by 5. What is the difference between 25 and 10? So 25 minus 10. 25 minus 10 is equal to 15. So this 15 is also divisible by 5. Subdivision 3 ல ரெண்டு நம்பர்ஸ் வந்து ஒரு நம்பரால டிவைட் ஆகும்போது அதோட சம்மும் டிவைட் ஆகும்னு சொல்றோம். இங்க வந்து ரெண்டு நம்பர்ஸ் ஒரு நம்பரால டிவைட் ஆகும்போது அதை சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணாலும் நமக்கு ஆன்சர் டிவைட் ஆகும், அதே நம்பரால டிவைட் ஆகும்னு சொல்றோம். ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ 25 10 சூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 25 5 டேபிள்ஸ்ல போகும், 10 5 டேபிள்ஸ்ல போகும். அப்போ அதோட சப்ராக்ஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதுவும் 5 டேபிள்ஸ்ல போகும். இதான் இதோட கான்செப்ட். ஸோ திஸ் ஆர் த சம் பேசிக் rules which you have to keep in mind. Now let us move towards the exercise problems. Exercise 3.5. First question, which of the following statements are true? First subdivision, if a number is divisible by 3, then it is divisible by 9. This is false because, for example, if you just consider a number 3, this 3 is divided by 3, isn't it? 3 tables la pogum illaya, but 3 it won't get divided by 9, but 9 tables la 3 poguma pogadu illaya. So the question is, if a number is divisible by 3, it must be divisible by 9. So this is not possible, so the answer is false. The next, second subdivision, if a number is divisible by 9, then it must be divisible by 3. This is true because just now we had seen the property, previous property katren. So first property paranga, if a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by the factor of that number. So அதோட ஃபேக்டரும் டிவைட் பண்ணும் அப்படின்றது தான். ஸோ அந்த கான்செப்ட் தான் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். Then its factor must also divides that number, isn't it? So the answer is true. For example, if you just consider the number 36, 36 is divided by 9, isn't it? 36 is divided by 9. So this 36 is also divided by 3 because 3 is one of the factor of 9. So the factor also divides a number. So the answer is true. The next, subdivision C. A number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by 3 and 6. A number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by 3 and 6. So what is actually 3 and 6? 3 into 6 is 18, isn't it? 3 6 are 18. But we had seen that the product will also divides a number if they are co-prime. Co-prime இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் ப்ராடக்ட்டும் டிவைட் பண்ணோம் நம்ம பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ பட் 3 and 6 are not co-prime. 3 6 co-primes இல்லை. ஸோ 3க்கான ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் பார்க்கும்போது the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Factors of 6 are 1 2 3 6. So what is a common factor? 1 and 3. So they are not co-prime. So 3 and 6 co-prime கிடையாது. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது their product will not divide, their product won't divide the number. Their product won't divide the number. That is 18, it won't divide. So the answer is false. The next, subdivision D, if a number is divisible by 9 and 10 both, then it must be divisible by 90. Okay, 9 into 10. What is 9 into 10? 9 tens are 90. This is a product, isn't it? So both 9 and 10 are co-prime. So what are the factors for 9? 1, 3, 9. What are the factors for 10? 1, 2, 5, 10. What are the common factors? 1 is a common factor in both the cases. So we conclude that 9 and 10 are co-prime. So by property we can say that 90 is also divisible. So ரெண்டு நம்பர்ஸ் கோப்ரைமா இருந்தா அதோட ப்ராடக்ட்டும் நமக்கு டிவிசிபிள் ஆகும் அப்படின்றத நம்ம படிச்சோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ அந்த ரூல் படி the answer is true. Both 9 and 10 are co-prime. So 90 divides the number. The product 90 divides the number. So the answer is true. The next, subdivision E. If two numbers are co-prime, at least one of them must be prime. This is false. Actually, what is the question is, if we have two numbers to be co-primes, then one of them must be prime. That is the concept which is given. But this is wrong. Okay, that is the question which is given. This is wrong because co-prime, what is actually co-prime? Co-prime means we should have the common factor to be 1. Prime numbers means we should have the number, what is prime number? The number must have the factor to be 1 and the number itself. So there is no such rule that if the two numbers are co-prime, then one should be prime. So the statement is wrong. So it is false. Next, subdivision F. All numbers which are divisible by 4 must also divisible by 8. So here, all the numbers which are divisible by 4, only the factors will divisible, multiples won't divisible. Okay, so 4 உடைய factor பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 2 தான் divide பண்ணுமே தவிர அதோடைய multiple ஆன 4 2s are 8 அந்த multiple divide பண்ணுன்ற அவசியம் இல்லை. So all the numbers which are divisible by 4 need not be divisible by 8. For example, if you consider the number 12, so 12 will be divisible by 4, but 12 it won't divides 8, isn't it? So the statement is false. The next, subdivision G. All numbers which are divisible by 8 must also divisible by 4. So here this is true because all the numbers which are divisible by 8 must also be divisible by 4. 4 is actually a factor of 8. As we already discussed, the factors will divide a number, isn't it? So the statement is true. For example, if you consider a number 16, 16 is divided by 8. So same 16 is divided by 4 also. The next, subdivision H. If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, it must exactly divide their sum. So this is also a property we had seen. Let's consider a number 10 and then 5. So 10 and 5. If you consider the number 10 and 5, this 10 and 5 gets divisible by the number 5, isn't it? 5 divides 10 and 5 divides 5. So the two numbers exactly divides the two numbers separately. It must be divide their sum. So what is 10 plus 5? 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. So then this 15 must also be get divided by 5. So the statement is true. Concept புரியுதா? இப்போ 10 two numbers நான் எடுத்துக்கிறேன், ஒன்று 10 இன்னொன்று 5 சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ இந்த 10 வந்து 10 5 இது ரெண்டுத்தையுமே 5 டேபிள்ஸ் வந்து டிவைட் பண்ணுது. ஓகேவா? ஸோ செப்பரேட்டாக இருக்கும்போது டிவைட் பண்ணுது, அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இதை ஆட் பண்ணும்போது நமக்கு டிவைட் ஆகும் அப்படின்றாங்க. ஸோ இதை ஆட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா என்ன வருது? 15. ஸோ அந்த 15 வந்து கண்டிப்பாக 5 டேபிள்ஸில் போகும் இல்லையா? ஸோ அதனால the statement is true. The next, subdivision I. If a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, it must exactly divide the two numbers separately. That is, for example, if you consider the number 2 plus 4 equal to 6. So 3 divides a number 6, isn't it? 3 divides a number 6, but 3 won't divides 2 and 4. So it is false. Is the concept clear? If a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, it must divide a number separately, but it won't divide the number separately, isn't it? 3 6 divide பண்ணுது, ஆனா இதோடைய sum வந்து divide பண்ணல, அதாவது இதோட individual numbers divide பண்ணல. 3 வந்து 6 divide பண்ணுது, but 2 and 4 divide பண்ணல. So the statement is false. Here are two different factor trees for 60. Write the missing numbers. So there is a factor tree. We have to write the missing numbers. So here we have to find what will be the number here and here. Okay. So 60. So 60 it is splitted as 6 tens are 60. 6 tens are 60. And now this 6 can be written as 2 3s are 6. So what will be the answer? 3. So 2 3s are 6 and 5 2s are 10. So what will be the answer? 2. Okay. So the answer for this box is, for this circle is 3 and for this circle is 2. So 60 வந்து 6 tens are 16 split ஆகுது, இந்த 6 வந்து எப்படி split ஆகுது? 2 3s are 6. So அப்போ என்ன வரும்? இங்க 3 வரும். அதே மாதிரி 10 வந்து எப்படி split ஆகுது? ஒரு நம்பர் 5 னா இன்னொரு நம்பர் என்னவா இருக்கும்? 5 2s are 10. So அப்போ இன்னொரு நம்பர் 2. The next 60 is there. 30 into dash equal to 60. 32s are 60. So what will be the number? 2. And now this 30 is splitted as 10 into dash gives 30. So 10 into dash, 10 3s are. So 10 3s are 30. Now 10 is splitted into what? 10, this can be splitted as 2 5s are 10. So one box, in one circle we can write 2 and in one circle we can write 5. So 2 5s are 10. Next, sum number 3. Which factors are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number? So what are the numbers? What are the factors which are not included in prime factorization of composite number? So we know what is a prime number. Prime number means a number which has factor to be as 1 and the number itself is called prime number, isn't it? So what is composite number? Other than the prime number, we call that to be as composite number, isn't it? So what will be the solution for sum number 3? 1 and the number itself, 1 and the number itself are not included in the prime factorization of composite number. Just consider a composite number. Let me consider 6. Okay. So what are the factors of 6? 1, 2, 3 and 6, isn't it? So these are the factors of 6. In these factors, which are prime numbers? So prime numbers are 2 and 3 are the prime numbers. Okay. So what does this means? This means that in prime factorization, we won't include the number 1 and the number itself. So we conclude that 1 and the number itself are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number. The next, moving towards the next sum. Sum number 4. Write the greatest 4-digit number and express it in terms of prime factors. So what is the greatest 4-digit number? Greatest 4-digit number enna varum? So greatest 4-digit number is 9999. So this is a greatest 4-digit number. And now we have to express in terms of prime factors. So prime factors in the sense that we should take only the prime numbers. Okay. So 9999. So let us start dividing with 3 tables. 3 3s are 9. 3 3s are 9. Once again, 3 3s are 9. 3 3s are 9. Now once again we can divide with 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 1s are 3. Now we can divide with 11 tables. Okay. So with 11. 11 ones are 11. Listen, 11 ones are 11 and we are having 1. So 1 cannot be divided by 11. So put a 0. After that we can club this number. So this becomes 11. Now 11 ones are 11. So in this step many of you will do the mistake. So please be careful while writing the steps. 11 ones are 11. Okay, 11 ones are 11. First I am just writing these two numbers. 11 ones are 11. After that, what is the next number? Next number is 1. So 1, it won't be divided by 11. So put a 0. After that, we have to club 11. After that, we have to club one more number. So this becomes 11. Now 11 ones are 11. So 101. Now 101 is a prime number, isn't it? So 101 is a prime number. So we can choose 101. 101s are 101. So therefore, what are the prime factors? So we can write 9999 equal to 3 into 3 into 11 into 101. So 3 into 3 into 11 into 101. So this is the answer for sum number 4. The next, sum number 5. Write the smallest 5-digit number and express it in the form of prime factors. So we have to first of all write what is the smallest 5-digit number. So what is the smallest 5-digit number? Smallest 5-digit number. So what is the smallest 5-digit number? 10,000. So 10,000 is the smallest 5-digit number. Now we have to express in terms of prime factor. So let us start with 2 tables. 2 5s are 10. put 3 zeros as it is. Once again we can do with 2 tables. 2 2s are 4, balance 1, 2 5s are 10, 0 0. Once again we can do with 2 tables. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, balance 1, 2 5s are 10, 0. Once again with 2 tables. 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4, balance 1, 2 5s are 10. Since the number is ending with 5, we can choose 5 tables. 5 1s are 5, balance 1, 5 2s are 10, balance 2, 5 5s are 25. Once again with 5 tables, 5 2s are 10, balance 2, 5 5s are 25. Once again with 5 tables, 5 5s are 25. Then 5 1s are 5. So we can write 10,000. 10,000 can be expressed in terms of prime factors as 2 into how many 2's? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and then 5 is 5 5s, sorry 4 5s, 1 2 3 4. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Okay, so this is the answer for sum number 5. Next, sum number 6. Find all the prime factors of 1729. Arrange them in ascending order. Now state the relation, if any, between two consecutive prime numbers. First of all, you just consider the prime factor of 1729. So 1729 oda prime factors enna nama kandupidikalam. So let us start dividing with 7 tables. 7 2s are 14. Balance 3. 7 4s are 28. Balance 4. 7 7s are 49. Is it clear? 1729 when I divide with 7 tables, 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14. So remaining we are having 3. Okay, 7 4s are 28. Balance 4. 7 7s are 49. That is what I had written here, 247. Now this 247, this is get divisible with 13 tables. 13 1s are 13, 13 2s are 26. So it exceeds. So let us divide with 1 tables itself. So 247, this is divisible by 13. 13 1s are 13. So 24 minus 13, this gives, so 11, 117. So 13 into 9, 3 9s are 27, balance 2, 9 1s are 9, 9 plus 2 is 11, 117. So 13 into 19 gives 247. Now let us divide with 19 tables. 19 1s are 19. Remember, we have to take the factors as prime factors only, prime numbers only. Okay. So therefore we can write 1729 as 7 into 13 into 19. So all these numbers are prime numbers. And now we have to arrange in ascending order. So let us arrange them in ascending order. So if I arrange them in ascending order, we get 7, 13, 19. And now we have to state the relation, if any, between two consecutive prime numbers, prime factors. So consecutive means the next. Okay. So if we just consider 13 minus 7 and 13, if I subtract 7, 13 minus 7, if I subtract 13 minus 7, we get 6. And similarly, if I subtract 19 minus 13, we get 6. Okay, so the difference between two consecutive. So what is the relation? So what is the relation we had founded? So the relation we had founded is the difference between two consecutive prime factor is 6. So this is a relation. The question என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, 1729 ஃபேக்டர் பண்ணணும், prime factor பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. நம்ம அது செஞ்சிட்டோம். 7 டேபிள்ஸ்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போகுது, அப்புறம் 13 டேபிள்ஸ்ல, அப்புறம் 19 டேபிள்ஸ்ல. ஸோ எல்லாமே prime numbers தான் எடுக்கணும். ஸோ prime numbers பார்க்கும்போது என்னென்னலாம் prime numbers 2 3 5 7 11 13, 17, 19. So it goes on. Okay, so இதுல prime numbers பார்த்து தான் நம்ம divide பண்ணணும். So divide பண்ணி 1729 7 into 13 into 19 அப்படின்னு நம்ம எழுதிட்டோம். இதை எழுதினதை அசெண்டிங் ஆர்டர்ல, அதாவது சின்ன நம்பர்ல இருந்து பெரிய நம்பருக்கு நம்ம அசெண்டிங் ஆர்டர்ல நம்ம கொடுத்துடுறோம். கொடுத்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா இங்க என்ன கொஸ்டின் கேட்டிருக்காங்கன்னா, ஏதாவது இதுல ரிலேஷன்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்குதா அப்படின்னு கேட்குறாங்க. ஸோ அப்போ அதுவும் இல்லாமல் கான்சிக்யூட்டிவ் பிரைம் நம்பர்ஸ், கான்சிக்யூட்டிவ் பிரைம் ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் அப்படின் போது அடுத்தடுத்து இருக்கிற நம்பர்ஸ்ல ஏதாவது ஒரு ரிலேஷன் உங்களால் அப்டைன் பண்ண முடியுதான்னு கேட்குறாங்க. ஸோ இப்போ 7, 13, 7க்கு பக்கத்தில் யார் இருக்கா 13, அதே மாதிரி 13க்கு பக்கத்தில் யார் இருக்கா 19. ஸோ அப்போ 7க்கும் 13க்கும் என்ன ரிலேஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ரெண்டுத்தையும் சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணும்போது 6 வருது. அதே மாதிரி 19யும் 13க்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணும்போது 6 வருது. ஸோ அப்போ என்ன ரிலேஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ரெண்டு ப்ரைம் ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணும்போது நமக்கு ஆன்சர் 6 கிடைக்குது. ஸோ இதுதான் இதோடைய ரிலேஷன். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த ஆன்சர் ஃபார் சம் நம்பர் 6. நெக்ஸ்ட் சம் நம்பர் 7. The product of three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Verify this statement with some examples. So we have to give some examples and we have to show that the product of three consecutive numbers. Consecutive means the next numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that we have to choose the three consecutive numbers. So example 1, let us choose three consecutive numbers. For example, 2, 3, 4. So 2 into 3 is 6, 6 4s are 24. So this 24 is divisible by 6, isn't it? So it is divisible. And now let us give one more example. 4 into 5 into 6. 4 5s are 20, 20 into 6 gives 120. 120 is also divisible by 6. If you want, you can give some more example. Let us choose 10, 11, 12. 10 into 11 into 12. So 10 11s are 110. 110 into 12. 1320. This 1320, let us check whether it is divisible by 6. 6 2s are 12, balance 1. 6 2s are 12, 0. Yes, of course. Okay, so you can give any examples. So thus we verified this statement. Therefore what we conclude? Therefore the product of three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. So that's we verified. Moving towards sum number 8. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. Verify this statement with some examples. So let us consider two consecutive odd numbers. Let the two consecutive odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers. So what are the two consecutive odd numbers? You can take any two consecutive odd numbers. Odd numbers na enna 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. இந்த நம்பர்ஸ்ல முடிஞ்சதுன்னா அது odd numbers. So ஏதாவது ரெண்டு odd numbers நம்ம choose பண்ணிக்கலாம். Let us take 3 and 5. 3 and 5. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers. So their sum, the sum of two consecutive odd numbers, 3 plus 5 is 8. So this 8 is divisible by 4, isn't it? So thus we verified the statement. Let us give some more example. Let us take this to be as example 1, and now let us give some example 2. Let us choose 7 and 9. So 7 plus 9. So 7 plus 9 is nothing but 16. 16 is divisible by 4. So thus the statement is verified. Therefore the sum of two consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. So this is the answer for sum number 8. The next, sum number 9. In which of the following expressions the prime factorization has been done? So you have to tell that in which expression prime factorization has been done. 24 equal to 2 into 3 into 4. Here 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, but 4 is not a prime number. So in subdivision A, prime factorization is not done. Prime factorization is not done. Next, consider subdivision B. 7 is a prime, 2 is also a prime. So here in subdivision B, prime factorization is done. Prime factorization is done. Next, in subdivision C, 2, 5, 7, all the numbers are prime numbers. So prime factorization is done. Next, in subdivision D, 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, but 9 is not a prime number. So prime factorization is not done. Prime factorization is not done. So this is the answer for sum number 9. Next, moving towards sum number 10. Determine 25,110 is divisible by 45. Hint, 5 and 9 are co-prime. Test the divisibility of numbers by 5 and 9. So we have to determine whether the number 25,110 is divisible by 45 or not. So consider the number 45. So 45, actually 45, we can write it as 5 9s are 45. We had in the beginning we had seen the property that if the two co-primes, the product of two co-primes will also divides a number, isn't it? So 5 and 9 both are co-primes. So 5 to 9 ரெண்டுமே co-prime தான். ஏன்னா இதோடைய common factor 1. So 5 9 ரெண்டுமே co-prime. So அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இப்போ இந்த நம்பர் வந்து 5 ஆல டிவைட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு ப்ரூவ் பண்ணாலோ அதே மாதிரி 9 ஆல டிவைட் ஆயிடுச்சு நம்ம ப்ரூவ் பண்ணிட்டனால கண்டிப்பா 45 ஆலயும் டிவைட் ஆயிடுச்சு நம்ம ப்ரூவ் பண்ணிடலாம். Okay, so first let us start divisibility test for 5. Divisibility test for 5. So divisibility test for 5, the unit place is 0, isn't it? So unit place is 0. Therefore we conclude that 25,110 is divisible by 5. And now we have to check for divisibility test for 9. Divisibility test for 9. So for that we have to add all the numbers. 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0. So 2 plus 5 is 7, 8, 9. So 9 plus 0 is 9. So 9, we obtain the answer to be as 9. So 9 is a multiple of 9, isn't it? So therefore 25,110 is divisible by 9. So this number 25,110 is divisible by 5 and as well as by 9. Therefore we conclude that 25,110 is divisible by 45. 5 9s are 45. Since 5 and 9 both are co-prime, their product will also divide that number. So this is the answer for sum number 10. Sum number 11. 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. It is also divisible by 2 into 3 equal to 6. Similarly, a number is divisible by both 4 and 6. Can we say that a number must also divisible by 4 into 6 is equal to 24? If not, give an example to justify your answer. So look here, 18, this is divisible by both 2 and 3. So 2 into 3, their product 6, 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So it is also, this 6 is also divides 18. So actually 2 and 3 are co-prime numbers. So their product will also divide this number. But if you consider 4 and 6, 4 and 6, they are not co-prime numbers. So definitely the product 24, it won't divide the number. Okay. So is the concept clear? 18 is a number which is divisible by both 2 and 3. ஸோ 18 வந்து 2 டேபிள்ஸ்லையும் போகும் 3 டேபிள்ஸ்லையும் போகும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் 2 into 3 ஆன அதோடைய ப்ராடக்ட் 6ஆலையும் இந்த 18 டிவைட் ஆகுதுன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஏன் இது டிவைட் ஆகுதுன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க? பிகாஸ் 2 and 3 are co-prime. ஸோ 2 and 3 is co-prime. ஸோ we know that if two numbers are co-prime, their product will also divide their particular number. Isn't it? So அப்போ 2 3 co-prime அப்படின்றதால 6 அதோட ப்ராடக்ட் 2 into 3 வந்து 6, அந்த 6 வந்து 18 டிவைட் பண்ணுது. Similarly, if a number, say a number x, so the number x is divisible by 4 and 6. So 4 and 6 ஆல டிவைட் பண்ணப்படுது. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இதோடைய ப்ராடக்ட் 24 வந்து இந்த நம்பரை டிவைட் பண்ணுமா அப்படின்னு கேட்குறாங்க. So is the number 24 divides the number x? No, certainly no, because 4 and 6 are not co-prime numbers. 4 and 6 are not co-prime numbers, so the answer is no. We cannot say that the number will be divisible by 24 because 4 and 6 are not co-prime numbers. So this is the answer for sum number 11. Next, moving towards sum number 12. I am the smallest number having 4 different prime factors. Can you find me? So I am a smallest number having 4 different prime factors. So 4 different prime factors and I am the smallest number. Okay, so let us choose the smallest 4 prime factors. Okay, let us choose the smallest 4 prime factors. Different prime factors. Okay, I am not choosing the same prime factors, different prime factors. So what are the numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7. So I am choosing the 4 smallest prime factors. Now I am going to multiply this. 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. So 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30, 30 into 7 gives 210. So 210 is the smallest number. Therefore 210 is the smallest number. So this is the answer for sum number 12.